He's missed it the same way and by quite a long way again.
Okay, really. What?
So yeah, just not the kind of match Caden would have been hoping for, as I said before. Missed a few easy balls and looks a little bit nervous, to be honest. As you say, not used to the conditions as well, and he'll be hoping in his next match he can get a really good run of frames together, because it only gets harder the longer you don't get a frame on the board, and especially in a format like this in a group. It can turn into a very, very bad day very quickly.
Well, O'Sullivan has his chance to win. Of course, he's got 2 more matches. Mitchell Mann back on tour, and Guoqiang, who had some really good results last season. So on paper, they're going to be tougher matches. We'll see.
Yeah, and Caden's just got to try and stay positive. Coming into the game, realistically, he wouldn't have seen this as one of the games he would have hoped to have won. Obviously, you always think you can beat anybody, but it was kind of not the expected result. But in your own head, you've got to maybe try and tell yourself that one's out the way now. Let's get some results in the other games. And he's still got a chance.
Yeah, I mean, it's just a fact there's a massive gulf in experience between the two. O'Sullivan, he's the reigning UK Masters champion after all, and all the rest of it.
19. $25. 26.
Worth saying, yesterday John Higgins won his first match 3-0 in about half an hour.
32.
And he ended up finishing 3rd, so there's nothing guaranteed.
33.
Yeah, you just never know. Obviously, Ronnie looks great. Looks sharp, as we've said, but you never know in this format. He could still get beaty to any of the other 2 players. And you don't really know who's going to win the group still.
No, and also, his next match will be in 4.5 hours, so he's got to wait to fill his time somehow before he returns. It's just how the format works. But he's over the line here, snooker needed already, and Caden Briley will look back at a few chances he had, but it was always going to be a very tough proposal for him today.
46.
I can say Jack Lazowski's 2-0 up. He's just stolen the 2nd frame, so he's looking good as well.
47.
John Pellew battling 53. To get that pink back on its spot.
Ronnie O'Sullivan, 53.
So he had 2 breaks of 53 and a 72, and Ronnie O'Sullivan has breezed through his first match in around about half an hour. Ronnie O'Sullivan's missed again, and that could be terminal now. One of those little cutbacks, you know, they are missable, but he seems to have lost all rhythm. And what a chance this is now, Phil, for Guoqiang, as we watch Lazowski as well. Just needs the pink.
As a snooker fan, I'm always sad when Ronnie O'Sullivan exits a tournament, but at least it means we've got another view, if he does this, of Guoqiang. But that was a total misjudgment. I think he suddenly realised he's got a golden chance here, and maybe concentration has slipped as a consequence. If he's found the gap for this red, that's fortunate.
Yeah, very lucky. Nearly made a mess of it. But that's snooker, isn't it? You know, it's all margins, it's all fractions. He's been the better player in this match. It's just a question now whether he can kill it off here. It's a golden chance, but there's pressure on. It's a big deal, you know, to win this group. particularly having lost his first match, particularly, of course, with Ronnie O'Sullivan being the top seed.
Yeah, maybe he was due a little bit of luck after, on a previous chance, knocking the pink to middle and chipping a red into the pocket at the same time.
Well, the way he played the first two frames, you fancy him to win it here, but the fact that it is the clinching frame will put pressure on. But I mean, something's going to have to go seriously wrong soon where the balls are, because he's just in close.
21.
He's clearly one to watch, and we may well be watching him in the next stage on Friday. See when he would play.
Yeah, just to repeat, it would be against Stuart Bingham,
29.
Ashley Carty and one other. As for Jack Lazowski, who's wrapped up the other group today. He goes into Group E, and what an attractive group it is. Wu Yize, Jack Lazowski and Neil Robertson.
Well, if that's not on table one, I'll be having words with Paul Collier, the tournament director.
$37. $38.
Well, O'Sullivan has had the chances, but he's really struggled in this match.
44.
But credit to Guoqiang, who stood tall. Let's just look calm. Focused on what he's doing, not what it means.
45.
22 in front. So blue and yellow needed for victory, not only in the match, but in the group as well.
Yeah, it seems to me that
50.
Ronnie is resigned. And if this goes in, it will be O'Sullivan out.
52.
Well, it wasn't looking good for Guoqiang when he lost his first match to Mitchell Mann, 3-1, but he recovered immediately with a 3-0 win over Caden Briley, and he has played good stuff to beat Ronnie O'Sullivan, also 3-0, to earn a return on Friday in the next phase.
Lots of big names, Dave, falling at the first hurdle of this year's BetVictor Championship League. John Higgins, Ronnie O'Sullivan, world champion Kyron Wilson, to name but three.
Basically,
64.
everyone that's on that graphic we've got. But Neil Robertson's got through. Sean Murphy's the other face on there, so let's see if he later in the week can get through. But yeah, it's a cutthroat format. You know, there's short matches. If you don't perform, you'll get found out.
70.
And the fact is, O'Sullivan hasn't performed in this match, and Guoqiang has stood tall. Ronnie O'Sullivan's going to come forward and congratulate him.
77 the frame
And it's Guoqiang who puts himself into stage 2 of the BetVictor Championship League. Very impressive there. Mitchell Mann second, O'Sullivan third, but Guoqiang our winner with 6 points.